I have prepared the material already here. I will explain about the dark water first. So here, I use you can use any diffuse color for water since the refraction will be full 255 value, so it will full refract. And I always use Fresnel. So uh, uh, because Fresnel is physically correct reflection RGB value is not full 255 because I don't want the water reflect too much. To make sure the lighting can go through the water, make sure you activate the affect shadow option. Okay, let's discuss about the fog color. Here, uh, for the dark water, I use a almost dark green color. I use the fog multiplier around 0.05. So why? Because if you use 0.001, the fog color will almost not affect your water color, and it will become very clear, so you can see almost all the ground below the water. So let's talk about the ground environment. I use a very plain material here. So as the base material, I use soil, like a dry soil, like this one. So probably you already familiar with this kind of texture. So here there's a dry soil and gravel and stone, like also you can see some like a green grass, small green grass here. Okay, so also when I apply this to the scene, the RGB one, as you can see, it looks so bright. So I decided to reduce the RGB level to make it a little bit darker. So as you can see here as the result, after get after the after setting the lighting, you can see that it's bright enough here. So when you're not reducing the RGB level, you will get a very bright ground. So I don't think it's a good idea. Okay, so and for the coat material, so coat material is to creating a wet soil like this one. Okay, like this one. This one is the setting of the mud soil. I use a diffuse and use a reflection like this, gray bitmap to create the reflection. I once again I use Fresnel here, and yes, I'm not using any bomb because I will use a Fourier displacement mode to get the detail later on. Here I will use a gradient ramp to as the alpha. Okay, so let's apply this first. Okay, here we use a map channel 1. Okay, map channel 1. So let's put a UVW map here, and here, see, you can play with the UV. Maybe 3. Let's see the mud soil map channel is also 1. Let's see. Okay, it looks good also. Let's see the gradient ramp map channel. Okay, the gradient ramp using a map channel 2. So let's create a map channel 2. Let's check this out. It's not look good. Let's rotate. Let's try to rotate this one. Oops. Oops. Okay. See. So the dark color is the base material, and the white color is the coat material. Let's try to render it. Okay, let's set up the quick let's set up quick render setting first without indirect illumination, and let's set to okay. Let's adjust the shutter speed first to make sure the image looks brighter. See, as you can see, now you can get the wet. By the way, maybe some of you already familiar with this technique, and yes, I learned a lot from ArcFish tutorial DVD. It's a good tutorial. Apply the dark water. Apply the dark water material, and I also forget to activate the bomb here. The bomb, let's see the bomb setting here. Okay, as you can see, this part look like very deep, and the water look dark, which is exactly like I want it. Okay, and now let's add some Free displacement mode. Okay, so here I will drag and drop this soil, dry soil material, diffuse map here, and I will use copy. Okay, this one is the dried soil. I want to create the displacement map, but I don't want to create another map in Photoshop, so I will use color correct. Okay, I will use it here. You can use HSV space, or you can also use HSL space. Just adjust the saturation to 0, and now you can see it's already black and white. Okay, let's back this to 1. I think we need more contrast about the black and white part, so I will adjust the contrast from here. Okay, I think it's good enough. So let's drag and drop this to the displacement instance. Okay, let's see. I will still use the amount one. Let's see what happens. Okay, I think it's too much, so let's reduce to 0.5 centimeters. Okay, this one is look a lot more better. Now let's discuss about the green glass foil. As you can see here, okay, let's add more exposure here to see more brighter. Okay, as you can see here, the thickness of the glass looks green, so it's like more like using a plexiglass or cheap glass. How to create it is like almost like a water, but all you need is to set the fog color, also play with the fog multiplier. Okay, and some of you may be wondering why I'm not using full reflection RGB value here, because when the lighting is on, this glass will reflect too much, so it will distract the point of interest. So that is why I decided to reduce the reflection RGB value, so this glass will not give a lot of reflection effect. Now let's talk about the metal material here. Okay, I for the metal base I also use a Viriplane material, which is this one is the metal. If you want to see the setting, I will explain about a short explanation about this BRDF option. There are plain, wart, and pong. This one I choose pong because I need to produce a more glossy effect. Here you can see the diffuse. This is the diffuse of the metal base. You can find it in cgtextures.com, and I use Fresnel again always. And this one is the reflection bitmap I created in Photoshop. White part will give a detail like more glossy than the gray one, so it will give a detail effect on your metal. Okay, and also I use free dirt. This one is the effect setting, and I use this one as the dirt radius to give like a dirt effect here. Okay, and this one is the dirt diffuse, so it will give like a random dirt effect here. Okay, now let's discuss about the plants. I use 5 different clover, and this one is the grass. Okay, this one is the proxy. Actually, I already scaled the grass like this one. It's look more, it's shorter than the real one. Okay, so first let's distribute the clover. Okay, let's select the clover, align up direction. Please, in this case I use N, which is, it means normal, using a of the normal of the ground. And here is the about the rotation, so I will use here. And okay, let's try to paint it. Okay, I think it's good. Let's reduce the brush size. Okay, okay, so here how I scatter the clover. So probably you need to reduce the minimum distance here to make it faster and denser. It's more like this one. How to paint the grass is also the same. I think the grass is too big, so I reduce the scale here. Okay, make sure the grass is denser. Here so yeah, okay, so that's the process how I scattered all the clover and the grass and also the flower. We are finished with creating the environment and the material.